So, I receive a lot of submissions on a website I run. It's a website dedicated to the paranormal. People from all over the world can send their stories of weird ghostly happenings, strange animals, and other creepy things. But every once in a while, I get a story like this. A story that really disturbs me. This was a submission from a fellow by the name of Dalton H. He titled it, "It Wears People's Skin." I never thought I'd see something like this in my life. You won't find me back in the woods for a very long time. I was out there, in the Ozarks. It was looking like another beautiful season for hunting. I'd been seeing deer everywhere, almost hit one on the road just trying to get to my perfect hunting spot. I'd been coming to this specific spot for decades now. Sometimes I'd come here to escape. Life isn't always a happy thing. It was quiet, cold, and misty. The autumn leaves filled the forest floor to my ankles. The trees were bare as the wind blew past their nothingness. I actually enjoyed the dreariness. It was mesmerizing. Made me want to sit up against the trunk of a tree and fall asleep for a while. So when I did finally sit down below my tree stand, I never started climbing. Instead, I did just that. I laid my head against the bark and closed my eyes. I woke up sometime later. I had no idea how long I was out or what time it was. But I did know one thing. Something woke me up. It was a noise. It had come from deep within the woods, maybe 30 yards ahead of me. So, it was close. At this point, on any normal day, I'd be slowly and quietly readying my gun. Thoughts of deer stew for dinner this coming week warm on my mind. But I couldn't move. I couldn't move because the sound I had heard that jolted me awake was a sound that didn't belong in our plane of existence. It was the sound of a large man screaming for his life, but under that voice was another, a young girl's voice, screaming in the exact same tempo. When it had finished its double scream, it simply reversed it until it was back to silence. Chills filed over my skin as I prayed that what I had heard was just the fading end of a nightmare that I just had. But it wasn't. There was something ahead of me. A silhouette was forming and fading into appearance from the mist. I stayed quiet. I dared not move. I gritted my teeth and forced down my scream, because when I saw that creature before me, all life in existence lost its meaning. Whatever this creature was, it hadn't seen me. Maybe because it was too busy to notice. It was yanking at its own skin, pulling and tearing at it until... rip. It came off. Yet, underneath that skin, there was fur. A thick layer of hair. Its arm no longer had skin on it. Now a hairy arm, with a clawed hand reached out for the skin on its face. Its face was emotionless. It had the face of a middle-aged man, slightly overweight. The skin didn't even seem to fit its head, as it appeared to hang partially from it. Then, its claw came up and ripped the skin from itself, throwing it on the forest floor in disgust. Its real face was revealed. A mix between a young boy's face and a deer. That's the best way I can describe it. It looked irritated, fed up with something. As soon as it finished ripping the extra flesh from itself in front of me, it turned back the way it came and disappeared into the mist once more. Finally, I could breathe. Finally, I was free to think again. My mind seemed to roar to life after idling for ages. Yet, still, I waited. I waited there in the moist fallen leaves that made my seat. I waited until I knew it was far enough away that it either couldn't hear me or it couldn't catch me fast enough if it did. I piled into my truck, goosebumps stacking on goosebumps all over my body. I almost screamed on the run there, agony and inhuman confusion filling my mind. I haven't gone back to those woods, and I won't be going back into any woods for a very long time. Watch out when you're in the Ozarks. There's something out there, and it wears people's skin. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more, let me know in the comments below, and tell me what you thought of this narration. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for updates, and if you'd like to get early videos, shoutouts, high quality MP3 downloads of my narrations, and much more, I'd appreciate it if you check out my Patreon page. It's a place where you can help support my channel while getting awesome rewards in the process, and every pledge helps out a ton, no matter the size. So if you'd like to see all the rewards I offer and consider becoming a patron, it'd mean a ton to me if you'd click the link in the description and just check it out. And don't forget to show some love to the amazingly talented authors who make these narrations possible. Have a good night, everybody. Cheers.